Why am I not seeing like 100 clicks or something? What's going on? I know you are tempted to stop that ad and touch one or two things, make a couple of tweaks. Don't do it.
You know, some days I wake up and I'm not sure I like my online business. I get so overwhelmed, confused, and frustrated most days. Nothing I do is working, and digital marketing is so complicated. I hate it. Is this you? Welcome to the Digital Marketing Today podcast, and this time out with the guru. My name is Ihoma Chukwu. Most people just call me Oma, and I'm your host for the show. Digital Marketing Today is a podcast focused on helping business owners boost their online presence and hit their sales goals back to back by providing them with actionable tips every week. All I ask is that you start taking all the necessary action in your business. I have so much to dish out. I'm interested in hearing what you think about this podcast, so don't forget to drop a comment or two. Great! Let's get into today's topic.
Hello guys, welcome to season 1 episode 2 of the Digital Marketing Today podcast. I'm your host Oma, and today we're going to be talking about the ad learning phase. I know how tempting it can be to start making tweaks to your ad if you're not seeing the type of results you want right away. Like you just created an ad and then a couple of hours and you go and look and you're seeing only 4 clicks. Let's say it's a traffic ad. You're seeing only 4 clicks. And you're like, I just created this ad like 4 hours ago. Why am I not seeing like 100 clicks or something? What's going on? I know you are tempted to stop that ad and touch one or two things, make a couple of tweaks. Don't do it. Because seriously, your ad is most likely still in the learning phase. So now you're wondering what the learning phase is all about. So basically, the learning phase is a period of time at the beginning of any Facebook ad campaign, or immediately after you make any significant edits, which I'm going to be explaining much later in this audio. You can make any significant edits to an existing ad or an ad set. So that's basically what your ad learning phase is. From the name, I think it kind of is self-explanatory in a way. Facebook is still trying to learn the people to show your ads to. I think that's the definition in a layman's language. So sometimes you can know your ad is in the learning phase if you see learning under the delivery column of your ad set. If you open your ads manager, you are likely to see columns showing you some statistics or some information about your ad. If you check for delivery, you're going to see the ones that are under review, the ones that have been confirmed, the ones that are currently active, the ones that they are currently inactive. In some cases, you're going to see learning under that delivery column for that your ad or ad set. Of course, not everyone has this feature available. Just a couple of people. But it's something that you can look out for. It might be available for you. So the learning phase is all about Facebook putting your ads in front of people that are most likely to take the desired action. They are trying to know which type of people does this person want to see his or her ad. So they are trying to understand the type of people that are perfect, that will do that action you want them to take on that ad. For example, if you, during your ad creation, selected the traffic objective, that is, out of all the objectives, you selected traffic. What Facebook would do now is to serve your ads to the people that like clicking. To the people that like clicking in your target audience. During your ad creation, you're the one that will select your audience. You pick your audience, you pick your objective too. Now, from that your audience, they are going to now look for people in that your audience that love clicking. Let me give an example so that you will understand perfectly what I'm saying. Your audience now is made up of people people that love shoes, bags, that kind of stuff. And then out of those your out of that your target audience that love shopping and whatever it is that you're trying to target, Facebook will now go and now select people from that your target audience that constantly do that objective that you chose. If your target audience is mostly people that love shopping bags and shoes and everything, and the objective you chose was traffic, you're getting them, as in you want them to tap on your link. Facebook, out of those people now that love shoes and bags that you have targeted, will now optimize to show your ads to people out of those people that love clicking. Like, they are clickers, they click a lot. That is what this your ad learning phase is all about. They are basically trying to understand the perfect people to show your ads to. Just think of it this way. When you launch an ad or a campaign, or you make a major change to your ad or ad set, Facebook's ad delivery system takes a while to learn all it can about, the ad and the best way for it to create for you optimal results. It's basically a hyperactive testing period where your where Facebook sends your ad to as many audiences and placements as possible, and then fine-tunes it to now make your delivery even better. Because by the time they send it to plenty people, they will now be able to really know the people that are engaging with that your ad most. And those are the people that they will now concentrate on after that ad learning phase. Those group of people. Because those group of people are the people that have, worked the most, or taken that action you wanted the most. Okay, so basically, according to Facebook, the learning phase usually ends when you have generated 50 optimization events. Let me explain that. 50 optimization events using a traffic objective, since that's the one I've already started using to explain, will be 50 link clicks. For a conversions objective, or for a conversions campaign, that would be 50 conversions. For a lead campaign, that would be 50 leads. So that's basically what 50 optimization events is. And also, I would like you to take note of this. The longer your ad sets are active, the more optimization events you generate. And the easier it will be too for Facebook to optimize your campaigns. This is very important for some of us to know. For some people that want to run 2 days ads, you just barely passed the learning phase, and you haven't even given Facebook enough time. That your ad would do way much better if you allow it to stay longer. But just saying, if you still want to continue in your 2 days, it's up to you. But just note that the longer your ad is active, the more optimization events you're able to generate, and the easier it will be for Facebook to optimize your campaigns. One of the tips for advertising that I'll give is that you should not give up on your ads too early. But if you really need to make significant adjustments to your ad or your ad sets, then please go ahead. But note that there are significant adjustments that are likely to restart the learning phase. Remember at the beginning, I said I was going to talk more about this later in the audio. where they are said where I talked about significant adjustments that could make your ad to re-enter the learning phase, because now you have touched something that Facebook feels they need to now be sure that the people they have been showing it to before are still the same people that will be interested now. So according to them, some of these significant adjustments that could restart the learning phase are any change to your targeting. If you touch up your targeting, you add an audience, or you remove, that could restart the learning phase. Any change to your ad creative, your creatives are your images, videos, graphics, links, copy. Any change to that can restart the learning phase. Any change to your optimization event, and then adding a new ad to your ad set if you had multiple ads in an ad set. Pausing your ad set for 7 days or longer. If you pause your ad and then you don't restart it within 7 days, by the time you restart it, what happens is that it's going to re-enter the learning phase once you unpause it. And then finally, changing the bid strategy. So these are some of the things that can change that can definitely change it. But there are some things that may or may not change it. That is, it's shaking. Depending on how strong it is, it may or it may not change it. And some of these things are the ad set spending limit amount, the bid control or cost control, and the budget amount. Like the budget amount, for instance, now, if you increase your budget from $50 to $55, it is not likely to cause any change. It's not likely to make your ad to re-enter the learning phase. It's not. But if you increase your ad spend, that is your budget, from $50 to $500, it will likely re-enter the learning phase. So that's why I said this last few that I just listed may or may not, depending on the magnitude, send your ad back to the learning phase. Another thing you should note is that ad sets or ads in the learning phase are less stable and usually have a higher CPA, that is cost per acquisition. They are still shaking, like Facebook is trying to understand. So and remember when I talked about how they are showing it to as many audiences and as many placements as they can at that point. So like they are less stable. They are still shaking, kind of. They are still trying to understand what's going on. So their ad spend is usually like higher. They usually have a higher cost per acquisition. But you will notice that by the time it regulates, your CPA drops compared to the first few days of the ads. I don't know if you have noticed. So to round up, I would like to say that according to Facebook, the Facebook ad delivery system uses machine learning to optimize your results. Each time one of your ads is shown, the delivery system learns more about the best people to target, the time of day to show the ad, and placements, and even creatives to use. The more an ad is shown, the better the delivery system becomes at optimizing the ad's performance. And as I've said, that learning phase now is the period when the delivery system still has a lot to learn about an ad set. And during the learning phase, the delivery system is exploring the best way to deliver your ad sets. It's actively trying different audiences, placements, etc. So remember that performance has not yet stabilized, which is why you have a higher CPA. So that is something you should have in mind. The next time you run an ad and notice that your ads are not really picking up after a couple of hours, just give it time, because it's probably still in its learning phase. Thank you so much for tuning in. Digital Marketing Today is a weekly podcast where we discuss all things digital marketing. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow, like, and comment on your best takeaway. Turn on notifications to know when the next episode is out. And don't forget to share and rave to your friends about us. Till next week. Ciao!